Welcome. I am Eric with Muathe.com, and I greet you, beloveds, in the love and in the light of the one infinite creator. So in today's video, I'm going to go back to a recent discussion or topic that I was highlighting for you guys, and it is the aspect of understanding past behavior and how it can help us gauge potentials going forward. As we all know, behavior tends to repeat over and over again. So surely we should also incorporate some of past behavior into our decision making. In this video, we'll take a look at some diverse examples of stocks and see how we can understand how to use this concept of past behavior. So the first instrument I'm going to be talking about, and again, all of these are just random instruments. In other words, they are instruments I am using for the purpose of highlighting this concept of past behavior. The first stock is TTGT. Now, this stock had a fantastic run from 2020 going all the way to early 2021. We had the privilege to play this breakout here in September and this breakout here in October, as I was able to send breakout alerts to paid clients. Now, just for the sake of house cleaning, this stock was mentioned as a breakout candidate for paid clients again in September and in November of last year. And those breakouts are here and here. In other words, this was a very successful period for this stock, for those who are able to own the stock over most of this period. I should also mention, as a side note, take a look at this behavior of the RSI staying above 69.1 for the most part throughout all of this process, from about July to the highs here of February. The RSI mainly was above that magic number of 69.1, which means whenever you see an instrument showing this type of power, you want to hold on, strap on, and see how far it can go. Of course, we know that to be successful in trading, it is good practice to take profits along the way. But one of the major guides for pure power and momentum is when an instrument can maintain its RSI on the weeklies and monthlies especially. But the level to watch is you'd want it to be above 69.1 for a sign of true power. All right, back to past behavior. So we've established a big move here. This is 2020 into early 2021, right? Well, if you go back and take a look at the monthly chart, you'll see that in 2017, this is now 2017 here, into mid 2018. So we've gone back and checked. You can see by the time it moves in 2020, it had already demonstrated a big move from 2017, 2018, breaking out from about 12, going as high as 34 in a couple of weeks, couple of months. So that was almost 3x your money if you bought the breakout. So that is a demonstration of power. In other words, remember, institutions are very, very patient. So the institutions that were aggressive in this phase, when the stock was trading in the teens and the 20s and 30s, the institutions that were aggressive in this phase were projecting the potential that later on this would be $100 stock as of 2021, 3 years later. So again, institutions that were aggressive buyers of this instrument here. In other words, this message they were sending to all of us is there was a potential down the road for a massive move, and we get that massive move in 2020, early 2021. So again, going to that past behavior would have been a guide. And now here is all data monthly. Now you can see the prior move in 2017, 2018, before the breakout that took place right here in 2020. That breakout was under 30. Let's call it about 28. The stock would go to trade as high as 100 in about, let's count this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 7, 8 months. Now, side note, most people are not gonna enjoy this type of a ride because they are day trading. This is for those who have patience and those who appreciate the fact that big moves do take some quote-unquote time to mature. At any rate, this move here in 2017, 2018 was anticipating this move. Now, I keep saying institutions that were aggressive buyers here were anticipating this move. Where is the evidence? Well, I generally don't talk about the unbalanced volume. But you can look into what the unbalanced volume is. Essentially, it calculates accumulation or distribution of stocks. And we can see here that this institution entry there really did not see a big plunge. In fact, there was an increase in institutional ownership around there. It broke out before the price breakout. Price breakout would come later, but institutions were already adding on to their positions. And when the true breakout comes, we see that the unbalanced volume, institutions pile up yet again. Price breakout, unbalanced volume breakout. So this move anticipates this so-called future move. And that's why I keep saying, understand and see whether a stock has had a major run in the past to see whether it might have another major move in the future. All right, this video is already lengthy, so I'm going to go quickly through the next examples. Now, here's a crypto that recently had a big run, moving from about 2 cents to $4. I mean, that's a massive move. So 0.2 to 4. Now, by the way, I'm going to save us time. In all of these stocks that I'm going to highlight here, when they move, they meet the minimum requirements for the ultimate Muathe breakout. Let's just take that as a fact. I haven't even bothered to look, but I know that to be a fact. This method is going to be explained in details in the description of this video. Lots of examples for free. Lots of examples. But now you see what I'm trying to say here is whenever you see an instrument show this type of a move, we have to anticipate that if it ever breaks out again, and you can use the most recent monthly closing high as the next breakout level, because if this stock has desires of breaking out, it could be the next explosive instrument. Why? Because it has already demonstrated that it can move when conditions are right, when the sector is right, and it happens to be a crypto, by the way, and it is ENJUSD. Again, this move here, massive move, is a sign that if it breaks out, you want to have some consideration that this could be the next explosive stock. Here's another example, a recent crypto that had a massive move. We just give it a ticker symbol here. And this is a massive move here from, I don't know, $1, 0.1, went all the way to 2.6. These are big percentage gains. And we can see that it set the stage here with a close on a monthly basis. So right now, it is attempting to break out in the here and now. If it can clear the monthly closing high from May, you want to be careful, or at least let me not say careful. You want to understand that there is potential. it could explode. Now, of course, that would need the cryptos to be moving also in general, but this is what you want to be looking for. You want to be looking for instruments that have already demonstrated power when the conditions are correct, because if the conditions are correct in the next phase, there is a possibility of another unbelievable explosive run. But for that to be successful, you'd need to see a breakout above the prior and recent monthly closing high. The point is, you want to look back and understand what the prior move was when conditions were perfect. Let's take a look at another example. It just so happened to be that I was looking at I was looking at crypto stocks earlier, so I'm familiar with some of these charts. This is SOLUSD. Again, an instrument like this, gotta respect. Now remember, it had a big run in early 2021 here, going from about 1 to the highs of about 40. That's a big move. In fact, let me zoom into that area. All right, here's the period I'm talking about. So this is the breakout takes place somewhere here at about 250. Let's call it 250. I'm not even considering the lows. I'm looking this purely from momentum. A breakout right there takes it from 250 to the highs of about 50, 55 plus. And this is a weekly chart. So it took 1, 2, 3.5 months. Can you hold on to an instrument for 3.5 months? Is that too much? Too long? I mean, come on. The only way, if you wanted to make some great profit in this instrument, holding it from 2.5 to the 50s, you'd have to sit through 3.5 months of trading. These are just facts. But then again, take a look at this power of your RSI. Whoa. It's magic. 69.1. Pure magic. So let me get back on topic here. You see that this move set the stage. Let's say you missed all this move here. All of it. You missed all of it. Completely. Right? Okay. Fair enough. So let me clear that. So let's just say you missed all this move. And of course, most did. All of this without you. And then a pullback. So what next? Do you just say, oh, I guess that's it for me. I'm done. No. You set an alert for buying any future breakout above, let's call it 47.5. Any breakout, you set an alert and say, if this thing ever breaks out again, if it ever breaks out again, I want a piece of it. Because maybe, just maybe, the market knew something in this phase. Because why was the market buying this aggressively? Why? Well, now we can see why. Because ultimately, the stock has gone to touch the 200s, trading as high as 210. And so if you bought the breakout at 47.5 right here, and only because you had seen this massive move here, remember, I'm talking about the breakout. I'm not even talking about trying to find the lows. I'm talking that breakout right there. Pure breakout trading. You would have been able, in theory, and why not in reality, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. Now the question becomes, my friend, can you hold on for 5 weeks? Is that too much to ask? So you can own an instrument from, let's say, 47, let's call it 48, to 220 or 210. Is this too long? For most people, the answer is, yeah, it's too long. I only trade for, let's say, 30 seconds. Anyway. So, these are the facts. By the way, notice how the stock explodes when it recaptures that magic number. What is a magic number? Yeah, okay. You know by now. And by the way, those who are new to this number might be asking, where are you getting that number from? Well, if you take 50 and 100, that level, 50 times 0.382 equals 19.1. Add these two together, you get 69.1. If nature responds to the Fibonacci series, or the Fibonacci constant, or the golden mean, if nature responds to it, we can see for sure that the stock market responds to it. And by the way, let's not forget RSI 50 Uniform Activity Bounce. I have a playlist discussing this. RSI 50 Uniform Activity Bounce gave you an entry here in the 20s. If you don't want to play the breakout game, this was a classic support area right there. But let me get back on message, which is understanding the power of a prior successful run. If there's no prior successful run, there's chance that there's a high chance there won't be a new behavior. If you haven't moved in the past, chances are you're not going to be moving in the future. Here's another one, and I'm going to go through the rest of them rather quickly, so bear with me here. I know it's been a lengthy video, so another crypto. I'm just going to go through this one quickly. We can see an explosive phase here, very explosive. Set the stage for this move here. And this is from a weekly point of view. Here's a stock, has had a nice run over the last couple of years, and it is ENPH. Great moving instrument. Lots of breakouts along the way. Lots of breakouts. Lots of them. In fact, even on the weekly charts. Lots of breakouts for this instrument, especially since 2020. Big moving instrument. And we've been lucky over the last couple of years, especially in 2020. This instrument was a household name for clients to my paid stock market service. And you can see that this instrument has been mentioned, or was mentioned, many times in 2020. Many times. The last mention was July 20th of 2020. And we've been mentioning this stock all the way back to January of 2019 as a breakout candidate. So from 2019 and again in 2020, lots of mentions. Why? And again, as I said, 2019, there was a breakout here and other breakouts. All of this, we're all over these breakouts is what I'm trying to say. And actually, even as of right now, if you take this monthly closing high and this monthly closing high, you get what can be said is a cup and a handle breakout at the moment. This is still a stock that could go higher, who knows, but that's a breakout. And of course, you have to respect the breakout in the current time frame because of this prior big move from 10-ish to the current highs here of 230, 220. Big move. Now, that was set by this move. In this example, I'm going to discuss that, yes, the stock had plunged over a couple of years. This is 2015 all the way to 2019. So the breakout that I had sent out was here in, I believe, January of 2019. That breakout. Why? Because I had already seen that the stock had recently enjoyed some good run, setting the stage here, big run up. Somebody knew something. Trust me, this is a stock trading now at this particular point in time under $7. As we've established, it would go on to trade as high as $2.20, $2.30 as of 2021. So under $7, the institutions were very aware of the potential for this to happen. In other words, the institutions that were buying the stock here at $7.50 were not stupid. They could see $100 price mark at some point, maybe even $200. Just understand that whoever was buying here aggressively and did not sell could see something. And that is why whenever you see a big move and you see prices digest that move, and then you see a breakout, respect the breakout, because they could be that these institutions were perfectly correct in their assumptions. Now, of course, not all breakouts are going to work. In fact, many breakouts fail. Maybe this stock would have gone down and failed. But if the breakout fails, then you get out. It's as simple as that. But at any rate, here we see the stock had gone from $1 to about $7.50 from the lows here. A good recovery, and then sideways, and then bang. So that breakout in January of 2019 under 7 was right there. 7. The current highs here we can say was at about 225. Quickly take a look at another example. LG, it's a stock, LGF/A, Lionsgate Entertainment. That's the ticker symbol. This is slash. But anyway, take a look at this move in 2013 into 2015. So breakout from 2 to somewhere here at about, let's call it 7. Big move. That set the stage for a future move. You can say this move here. And by the way, to keep it simple, take a look at your stock behavior when the RSI is above 69.1. That's that period right there. Above 69.1 is this period. Has the stock been above 69.1 since 2014? The answer is no. Now, I don't know about you, but that tells me this 69.1 business is extremely, extremely powerful. The only 2 times that this stock staged a massive run, the only 2 times, happened when the RSI jumped above 69.1 on the monthly. It's the only time when this instrument was on fire. Oh, as a side note, remember that method I talked about, the uniformity concept? Now, how is that for timing? I'm pretty sure I will forget to put the uniformity concept videos in this description of this video, but just look for uniformity in my videos. You'll find hundreds of them. I'm confident they're in the hundreds, if not thousands. Break of the highs. Uniform activity double top. You get your top there. Uniform activity above the line, back below it. You get your top there. And oh, this blue line here is conveniently, magically, or should I say knowingly, around that RSI 61.8 level. Now, I'm pretty confident, and I don't want to say this but I'm confident I don't know any other trader who uses the Fibonacci series numbers or the golden mean when looking at the RSI, but there's some power in understanding how to use this RSI 61.8 levels and its variations. In other words, all the numbers I talk about, RSI 69.1, RSI 30.9, all of these are variations of 1.618 constant, or the golden mean, or the golden ratio. All of them are variations of this number. Bang, bang. Let's move on. Here's the last one. It's a crypto, and I just want to highlight things to be looking for if you play the breakout game and you're looking for explosive stocks, cryptos, you name it. And of course, who isn't looking for explosive instruments? But this instrument, as an example, has moved. Cleared a range here. Good breakout under, let's call it under 5. Would go on to touch 40s, lower 40s. This is a type of instrument that if it ever breaks out again above the recent monthly closing high, you want to pay attention, because it has already demonstrated extreme power and ability to run in this phase. So any future breakout is one to pay attention to. If the breakout is successful, it could lead to a very explosive move. Now, of course, if the breakout fails, then it fails. And that would mean it's a red flag, time to get out. So, go back to the reason for this video. It always makes sense to look left and understand past behavior, because past behavior will most definitely, more than likely, repeat. And why not take advantage of it? Ha! And so it is. I am Eric Muathe with Muathe.com, and I leave you in the love and in the light of the one infinite creator. I leave you now. Go forth and rejoice in the power and in the peace of the one creator. Namaste.